Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Aesther Healthcare Acquisition Corp announced a definitive agreement to merge with United Gear and Assembly, a high-precision gear company focused on the EV industry. We have the pleasure to be joined by Surin, the Chief Executive Officer of Aesther Healthcare, and of course, the Chief Executive Officer of United Gear. So first and foremost, let's get into this. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. And I guess to kick this off, we'll start it off with Surin. Can you kind of give us an introduction to how you got involved with Aesther Health, the SPAC industry? Kind of give us an idea of what SPACs are, and then we'll kind of move over here to Roger and get a full framework of what exactly United Gear and Assembly is doing.
Sure. Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate the time. I've been involved in the SPAC side since 2006, and as the industry is progressing, and how I got into this Aesther Healthcare is in 2020. Mostly people are looking either at direct listing or to a special purpose acquisition corp. And I realized in the direct listing, you lose opportunities on the pricing after you spend 9 to 11 months versus the SPAC give you that leg up from the get-go. And that's how I started this special purpose acquisition. And we've evaluated almost like 20 to 30 different target companies. And we fall into United Gears, or they fall into our lap during the Christmas of 2021. And we thoroughly enjoyed the management team and the technology that's coming up for the future. Everything got to do with electronic vehicles, and we love their technology and their precision gear and the forward thinking and attitude that the entire management team brings to the table. And that's how we entered into LOI, and then eventually we got into this business combination definitive agreement.
Now, this is $100 million initial public offering, which is going to be very intriguing. We'll talk more about that in a sec. But Roger, I really want to hear about the United Gear and Assembly Company. How did you guys end up kind of just getting involved with Aesther here, and give us the full framework?
Sure. Well, I'll start at that and then work backwards. We are the premier producer of gears in our segment. We do not have a good competitor in the Americas. As we've all seen, American manufacturing over the last 40 years has been sort of a Darwinian wasteland. And through those 40 years, we've constantly reinvested in plant, reinvested in equipment, reinvested in people, developed supply chains. And to a topical point, we really are supply chain experts. And this has paid off with our company. We have the leading edge technology in producing gears, robotics, gear checking. We have a wonderful staff there's a labor shortage right now in the country, but we don't have one. We share with our employees 10% of the pre-tax profits, which gains a lot of loyalty and team involvement. Specifically, we started raising wages 3 years ago, and those are all baked in the numbers. And because we sell a premium product, we can pay those higher wages. So we are in an absolute beautiful position. I'll go down the technical line. I'm a mechanical engineer out of Stanford, so I tend to speak that way. It may seem sort of esoteric, but we put in a prototype cell to do prototype work with state-of-the-art equipment. The only gear company probably in the world that has a dedicated prototype cell. And this gives us a window on all the leading edge projects within the Americas for gears, because other companies don't like prototypes. And when you do the prototype work, you have a window to the production work. And this has been a wonderful thing. A prime example is Lucid. We started working with Lucid 6 years ago when other people wouldn't give them the time of day. We've helped develop their gears. We've helped design their gears. And we've got wonderful contracts for the air going forward. So we have had tremendous growth to this position with not only the new EV companies, but the legacy companies where we have a great reputation. And so we're going through this growth. And in my mind, it's an ideal time to do a SPAC And I prefer it because of the ease. And, you know, as Surin mentioned, I don't think I'd want to go through the listing process for the trouble, and I'd rather be running the business. And we produce very, very strong cash flows. We have a history of that. But, you know, the added money from the SPAC will help us grow. And then I've always been acquisitive, and I don't have a target company in mind, but with the money from a SPAC, I would be surprised if we didn't make an accretive acquisition in the next couple of years. So, you know, I love running the business. I like the idea of a SPAC in that I'll retain majority control, and it'll give me more tools to grow the company faster and build it, which I enjoy doing, and of course is profitable.
I think this is a fascinating story moving forward in these tumultuous times. Do you have anything to add there, Surin?
Sure. No, I'd like to add a couple of two things to these. Modest in telling that it's a diamond in the rough. He didn't talk about it. If any competition wants to jump into this kind of space, at least to set up the infrastructure, it takes 2 to 3 years. And not only that, it's a domestic product. We're not like it's a American-based, North America-based facilities here in the US for the customer base to worldwide, instead of bringing the supply chain issues like right now as we see, that has a direct impact on our end users, whether it's a Lucid or John Deere or any other places. So that's the creative advantage, or the advantage that EVGT brings to the table. As I mentioned, it's a diamond in the rough, and nobody knows about this private company, and we're fortunate to merge with them.
Yeah, this is a fascinating take on the electric vehicle space. When we come back around, what I'm going to look forward to doing is hopefully talking with you more, Roger, more with you, Surin, and kind of breaking down the fundamentals behind this deal, the company itself, some of the financials here, and just kind of how you guys fit within the electric vehicle space. But on that note, I want to pass the question off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you guys think about all this in that comment section below. Consider subscribing, because as this news continues to come down the wire, we're going to update you here. But on that note, stay cool, stay awesome, and as always, I look forward to catching you in the next one.